Hey, it's Nikki. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are doing a September bullet journal, and this one is incredibly exciting because I'm doing watercolors in my bullet journal, which is something I've never done before. Usually I use ink and black pens. It's very monochromatic, so this is using a completely different medium and introducing a lot of colors, but done in my usual art style. I hope that you'll all enjoy this, and I want to say a really big thank you to everyone over at my Instagram for helping me choose a thumbnail for this video. You've probably seen what it is, and I'm really happy with the choice too. I want to say a huge thank you. Also, if you would like to have your say or help me make decisions, if you'd like to answer questions and be involved, you can follow me on Instagram, either @_Nikki Mackenzie or Expressive Journal. That's my personal and my art Instagrams. There I'm always asking questions, sharing different posts, and you guys can be involved with the production of my videos and choosing what you'd like to see next. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel right here. Only about 10% of my viewers of each video are actually subscribed, so if you're not, then please do and press the bell to receive notifications. Subscribing is free and you can always change your mind later. I drew a variety of different mushrooms and some grass, leaves and ferns. Then I'm using a uni pin brush pen to write in calligraphy September at the top of the page. I thought because usually I use ink and stamps, it would be quite nice to do something a little bit different and go along with this botanical drawing theme. I felt that handwriting the month and all the stuff instead of stamping it would add a bit more of a personal touch and fit the aesthetic. Also, after that, I start lining the drawings. While I have done them in the watercolors, which is in a Leningrad palette, I then use my uni pen fine liners to fine line them, and I think that extra element of the line art really does bring everything together, make it stand out, and add that element of my own art style in there too. You may have noticed that there are timestamps on my video, and I'm going to be implementing them into a lot of my future videos. This is just to make it more accessible, so you can find something you're looking for in particular, or you can skip to a certain section. Maybe if you want to reference this, then you can find exactly where you want to be very quickly. I think it's a great idea, and I'm going to be adding them, so hopefully you'll find them useful. Now we move on to the second double page spread, and this is my month at a glance calendar page. So it's just a huge calendar where I write down all the updates for the month right there, so everything's all in one space. While I'm drawing that out, I've just got a couple questions and things, and I know that this is certainly a different type of bullet journal that I'm doing, so I would love your feedback. So if you can comment your feedback in the comments of this video, it would help me a lot. I think since I know especially my upload schedule's been all over the place and my YouTube isn't doing how it used to be doing, and stuff like my bullet journal is not getting as many views, so I think engagement, like likes and especially comments, really do help boost the video up. So if you have any opinions, any ideas, any questions, anything you would like to share, please do comment, because it would help me out a lot and it does mean a lot to me. I love to talk to you, answer your questions, and have a lot of fun, especially I think also since they removed the poll feature on YouTube and I can't have you guys vote for what theme you'd like to see the following month. It's quite useful to actually engage with you guys and hear personally from each individual what you'd like to see and see which comments get more likes, and that way we can really function and kind of plan what themes we'd like to see in the future, because I still love to kind of base my themes around your choices. I will say that I am going to come back to that page. I decided to add some watercolor in there because originally I was just going to do it with a little bit of brown pen, but I thought that it looked a bit lackluster, so I do come back to that at the end. Right now we are doing my goals page and my tracker. So in the goals I have 3 titles: goals, steps, and the outcome. So I write down my goal for the month, the steps I need to take to complete it, and then at the end of the month I note the outcome, whether I completed it, whether I need to move it, whether it's half complete. The other page, the tracker, is just tracking 8 different things, so I will cross off a box or fill the box in every single day of the month. Anyway, back to what I was saying earlier. What is your preferred type of bullet journal? Because I know there are almost two sides to bullet journal, YouTube or Instagram, wherever you look. There is the type of bullet journal that's more minimalistic, and there's a more of a maximalist journal. There's a monochromatic, there's really colorful, and then especially the productivity based and the art based. I know mine is certainly more art based, but I want to know, do you prefer more of a minimal design or a really busy design? Do you like having a lot of color, or do you like it being monochrome, black and white? Do you like me using watercolors, or do you prefer my usual pen and ink style? I'd love to know. So again, the next page. This is my homework tracker because in September we are going back to school, and wow, it's been a long time. Certainly things are going to be different because we're doing online classes and in-class classes, and of course we don't know whether we're gonna stay at school for long and if we're gonna have another lockdown. We'll see. But I've been continuing this because I think this works really well. I have the due date, the course, and the task, and I've got a certain number of spaces for every week for the month, and then a space at the end for extra activities so I can keep track of everything in my progress. If I complete it, I'll just highlight the page off. And I'm also painting these mushrooms in the bottom corner. Now, I usually don't use white watercolor paint, but I used it here and I felt that that was able to just add a little something extra. And I really like how the effect came together, as well as like leaving it to dry and then going in with the line work with my black ink pens. I did a stationery haul recently and I asked people to comment down what subjects they're studying if they do A-level, and surprisingly there were a lot of people that were doing very similar subjects to me. And I also did an EPQ last year, which, well, actually I finished it this year, and that was really cool. So comment what you've studied or what you're studying, because I found it pretty awesome. Anyway, now we're on to my revision page and the final page of the bullet journal. On the left, I have a very simplistic space with 3 sections for the 3 subjects that I'm studying. And here I write down the topic that I'm planning on revising for this month, and I can plan it out very well, plan it out according to tests or exams, anything like that, so I know exactly what I need to do and I can focus on my weaker points rather than, you know, losing track of what I need to focus on studying. And then the opposite page is just a page of botanical drawings, types of mushrooms, and I labeled them. I just had a lot of fun with this, and instead of just using very natural brown colors and brown tones, I also added quite a few warmer ones in there and some cooler. I really love how this looked, and I hope that these do look accurate. I tried my best, but I had a lot of fun with it. Of course, the best technique when working with watercolors is to start with the lightest colors and work your way to the darker ones and really build up the tones, the undertones, everything like that. And yeah, I had so much fun with this, and then going on to do the line work as well. It was absolutely amazing. And then of course I'm going into handwriting, religious studies, English literature, and law in the spaces. I should have probably added some lines into the boxes. I think looking back at that, I realized I missed that out, but it should be okay and I'm happy with it. Also, I know it's a little bit late in the video, but usually I have like just some light colored background, but I'm actually using my table itself instead of having a card for the background. And I was wondering how you like this, or whether I should use something else or get something different for the background to use as a surface. I know it's quite a lot darker than usual, but I don't know. How do you feel about the change, and what kind of background do you prefer in the video? I'm just asking so many questions, honestly. I really appreciate all of your support and all of your opinions, because it really helps mold my videos into what they are today. Even on things like the thumbnail, which you prefer, it does help me so much, and I really appreciate what you have to say. So please do comment your opinions and your thoughts. I'd love to hear. I just want to say, as a bit of an afterthought, I really love the whole vibe of this particular bullet journal because I'm a really big autumn person and I absolutely adore the season, plus I love the blend of neutrals. Also, kind of coincidentally, having this natural wood table, I think it looks awesome. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I should just get some things for the background, like some leaves, extra decorations, and try figure out the framing. I'll figure something out, but I quite like this vibe and I hope to make something good of it. I think certainly since my channel has kind of gone through a huge Massive turnaround in terms of content that I've been doing. I really focus on doing a lot of art-based things and creativity through that. I used to do a lot of stationery as well, but now I've leaned away from that. So I'm just trying to figure out what everybody likes, what I like to do. It's a really big process of discovery and it's pretty awesome. So I'm going into the writing of the title on that page, types of mushrooms in calligraphy. Please do forgive me because I'm not that good at it. I'm not that practiced, but I tried my best and tried to fix it up where I could. Now I'm actually going back to the calendar page and adding in some details to the oak leaves. I began with doing some crispy brown ones and then adding in some oranges, and I also added in a tiny bit of a green tone on a few of them. Did the acorns and the other mushrooms. Honestly, this detail really does go a long way. I will say one thing with working with watercolors is that they did bleed through the page, but it can be easily avoided. Okay, now time for the flip through. We have my introduction page to welcome in the month of September. And then following that, we have my month at a glance calendar page where I can write down everything that's happening in that month and keep up to date, have all the plans written in one big space. Next, I have my goal planning where I note the steps to take and the outcome at the end of the month. And I have my tracker with 8 different things tracked so I can keep on track and take care of myself. Then I have my homework tracker where I can write down the homework, the course that it's from, and the actual task to do and any extra activities, whether that can be an additional class or revision. And then we have my revision planner and a lovely botanical drawing page of different types of mushrooms, all labeled. And for what I used Unipen fine liners, a Leningrad watercolor palette, and some white watercolor paint. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful week, and I hope that everybody going back to school has a great time and stays safe. Anyway, have a wonderful week, and I will see you all next Tuesday. That's all from me. Bye bye.